People are suffering in this city, and they need relief, and I'm glad you spoke on some of the stuff that you spoke about, Mr. Mayor. As many of you are aware, water has been an issue that has plagued this city for some time. And how we got there may be up for debate, but one thing that shouldn't be up for debate is the fact that people are suffering as a result of this crisis. And something needs to be done. Now currently, Harvey residents are dealing with extremely high water bills. And as reported, and I was one of those guys on TV, though we weren't trying to use it as political football. As reported last week on CBS News, an 82-year-old woman saw a spike in her water bill from $62 to $477. But the problem is she's not alone. Over this time that the rate has been increased, my office has contacted and received concerns from several residents with water bills ranging from $200 to over $1,000. Some of you guys who pay attention to the social media posts, of course, have probably seen some of those bills posted online. The thing about it is that their behaviors, the customers' behaviors didn't change. The only thing that happened was that their bill increased drastically. And many of them are senior citizens that live on a fixed income. And the bottom line is when you receive a $477 water bill or something of that nature, that's a life-changing event. It's a life-changing event for me, but it's definitely a life-changing event for people on a fixed income. Additionally, we're paying for water that we don't use. So when our customers are out here getting their bills, they're paying for water that they don't use. And in fact, Harvey residents pay more for water than all of the municipalities that we sell it to. So in fact, the water receiver, the guy who's right now at this particular point in time in charge of actually determining how our water operations are conducted, reported in his most recent report that Harvey sells water to Homewood and Hazelcrest at a loss. Harvey also sells water to Dixmoor, also to Bolton and East Hazelcrest for less than what it charges Harvey residents. So there are additional water fines that are imposed even after that, and even harsher penalties when a person is not able to pay. And in my opinion, Mr. Mayor and Council, this is unfair to our residents, and we cannot continue to break the back of Harvey residents by making them pay these high amounts. So after much consideration, my office is proposing a fair water bill. Now this bill does several things. First, the fair water bill reduces the water bills and makes the billing fairer. The intent of the bill is to create a balance where the city gets some of its much needed money, because I do understand that the city needs that financial resource, but also it's balanced so the citizens get some relief because they need all of our help. Second, the fair water bill makes the water bills more transparent so that our residents can fully understand their bill. Third, the fair water bill provides water customers with a water bill of rights. And that bill of rights includes that the city shall provide you with a clear and complete explanation of all items on your water bill. That the city may refer you to programs to assist you with paying your water bill. That the city shall provide you a written notice of pending disconnection of service by certified or registered mail no sooner than 30 days after the delinquency. That the city shall not disconnect service for non-payment on any Saturday, Sunday, or any holiday observed by the city, unless the city is open to accept payment and restore service on those days. 5, the city shall not disconnect service for non-payment when the National Weather Service for Harvey has issued a freeze warning or an excessive heat warning as of 8 o'clock a.m. on the day of the scheduled disconnection. 6, the city shall not disconnect your service for non-payment for a period of 30 days when you provide a doctor's notice that disconnection would create a life-threatening situation. 7, the city shall not disconnect service for non-payment, nor fail to establish service because of a former occupant, not of the same house, failed to pay a private bill. 8, the city shall allow you to designate another person to receive all information regarding your service, including notices regarding past due bills and disconnection of service. 9, the city shall restore your service by the following day after making the required payment when your services have been disconnected. And 10, in the event there is an interruption of trash pickup because the city failed to pay the bill, the city shall issue a credit to the residents. Now, Mr. Mayor, I understand. You said it earlier. This is an election season. And some may say that this is being done for political purposes. And I'm let them say whatever they want to say. But let me tell you why this is being done and why it is being done that. Most residents have learned, and I know through my own personal experience also as a resident and a voter, that elected officials don't do anything until it's time to get reelected. Then the elected officials and the candidates are willing to come out and do just about anything you want and whatever it is that you ask. So I believe that this is the time when every elected official and candidate should be able to get on board and help the Harvey residents by addressing these high water bills. Then, of course, it comes to fear. There may be people that begin to talk and say, well, you know, if we reduce the water bills and if we begin to give a fair water bill and civil and certain bill of rights, that will lay off services, and will reduce police, and will reduce fire, or maybe they'll do both. But if anyone says that, it's simply because they're not willing to sit down, have a discussion, and find a way to make the bill better. This is a bill. This is an ordinance. This is a draft. But this draft is open for discussion. If it can be better, we should make it better. And we should make it better as a council. People will complain, but they do not offer solutions. So just like you talked about earlier about Dalton working together to deal with their water issue, I believe that this council can do exactly the same. Personally, I'm open to all suggestions because I would like to see this bill passed, if possible, with a unanimous vote. Now, this matter should be handled with all deliberate speed. This council has suspended the rules when it wanted to pass a fair water bill on the agenda for the January 14, 2019 meeting. If this council so desires, it may call a special meeting to address the issue. So I thank you, Mr. Mayor, for taking the time to listen. I am going to pass this to yourself, to our council, and to the alderperson. And if any alderperson would like to sign the letter asking the clerk to
prior to
do so.
Prior to your